Hello, how are you all? Hope you are doing great. Today I'm going to read an excerpt from a book, How to Talk to Anyone at Work 72 Little Tricks for Big Success. It's written by Leil Lowndes. She is a prolific writer and writes about the working place environment habits. I think that these habits one should not adopt only at workplace, but in your daily routine life as well, because these are the habits that actually take you to the success. Let's read from her book and enjoy it. Whenever I ask a question in my seminars, most attendees give precise answers, but there's usually one in the group who refuses to stop talking. Some people are in love with the sound of their own voices. You have probably got one or two folks like that at your company. I'll never forget one wet bag at a client's company where I attended several of their meetings. A team leader asked her group, "Have you had any particular challenges working on this project?" Tucker, who would apparently been with the organization a long time, cleared his throat and jumped in. "Well, everyone knows I don't like a start trouble, but..." One or two of his colleagues chuckled sardonically. It seemed Tucker loved an audience and everyone knew it all too well. Pointing his finger in the air, he continued, "People would never get back to me. I write email to production, marketing, sales, and no one ever answers my message. I send out a second and third one, and what do I get back? Nothing. So then I start calling around, but no one picks up the phone, so I try again and again." 5 minutes later, Tucker was still talking, and at this point, no one was capable of stopping the Tucker's train. I sensed some were starting to blame the team leader for letting him waste their time and not claiming control of the meeting. Talkative individuals like Tucker may have the gift of gab, but when they go on too long, their gift turns into theft of their listeners' valuable time. Sitting there while he droned on, I wanted to say, "Tucker, don't you get it? The longer you continue, the less convincing you are. Can't you see that your colleagues are turning out and blaming you for derailing the meeting? Don't be surprised if the next time they leave you off the list of meeting invitees." Trucker could have made his point more effectively in one sentence by simply saying, "I am having difficulty getting response to my emails." Whether you are speaking up in the meeting or just shooting the breeze in the break room, use what I call the 1 minute gap rule. And what is the 1 minute gap rule? Let's read it. Set an imaginary timer when you start talking, and no longer matter how interesting your point. After 1 minute, invite someone else to get a word in. Look at one of your listeners and ask, "Aaron, what do you think?" Or, "Vanessa, what's your view on that?" In other words, when time's up, hush up. If you make it a habit to give flow to the others, your colleagues will be more apt to listen when you start speaking again.